Hey guys, I hope you've been doing well and I hope that you keep been safe during these times. And in this video, we are actually looking at the Hamleys store, Hamley store in Forum Sujana Mall. And of course, by all means, keep safe, stay safe, and only when you need to, only when you want to, maybe visit outside, right? So this store, it had a huge collection, a lot of stuff, a lot of lovely things. Honestly, it's a paradise. It's a paradise for kids, all right? And even grown-ups, when you just go, you kind of relive your childhood. Of course, there are a lot of things, a lot of new things, like all these. I think right now it's all Nerf guns and everything, but back then, about 15 years ago or something, it was more of Beyblades and toys and Hot Wheels. There are Hot Wheels now as well, but as you can see, there are some Hot Wheels right now. But I believe Nerf guns are like, oh my god, there were Nerf guns everywhere. And then there are so many toys, remote control toys, dinosaurs, race cars, a lot of stuff. As you can see, a lot of interesting stuff. Take a kid here, I don't know, they'll really enjoy the place. Of course, they'll definitely ask you to buy them stuff, but yeah. Nerf guns, they really surprised me because Nerf guns everywhere, like literally everywhere. And even the bullets to be loaded into Nerf guns, you even have tons and tons of those as well. And then there are some nice skateboards. Not a huge collection, but the collection was okay, I guess. Some skateboards for different ages. Lots of balls, basketballs, volleyballs, footballs. Even with the original Hamleys branding, cricket bats, lots of stuff. Shuttle bats, shuttle rackets. And it so happens that, with kids' toys, it's always like, hey, you have so many, why do you need this? But they always want more. So it's really interesting. Lots of colors too, I believe, to do with the... And there you see, that's the Hamleys branding. And then there are dart board games, magnetic darts, the one with the needles, lots of dart games. There were roller skates, lots of roller skates, something called dribble hockey. There was also a hockey table, I'll come to that later. And then of course Lego. Somehow the collection of Lego was not huge. It was okay. I think usually there are larger Lego sets, but I didn't find Lego sets that big. They were okay. And then tons and tons and tons and tons of board games. Okay, like I don't even get me started on the board games. And something called pot shots, marble games, twister games, a lot of STEM games as well, right? Because the focus right now, STEM. And then there were globes of blue color, globes of pink color. There was something on display as well. I'll see if I can get to that later. And then toys for all ages, honestly. Toys, these little toys, preschool toys. Feels very plasticky, the preschool toys. That's a cute white doll. And fun school. And I think these days, if you want kids to even use a hand wash, you need Dora to tell them that, right? I think that's where we have gotten to. If you need to ask them to use a hand sanitizer or a hand wash, Dora must tell them to do so, otherwise they wouldn't listen, right? So if that's the case, then definitely you are in for a treat. Just get them this Dora hand wash, Dora hand sanitizer, and probably they'll listen to you. And then there is Hulk, Spidey, lots of twisting toys. I mean, the ones which hold shape when you twist them. Lots of figures, and some puzzles as well, huge puzzles. There was one on display. It was a huge puzzle. This thing is 500 pieces, and number games, board games. Like I said, tons and tons and tons and tons of board games. And then It's really interesting. Even when you go in, you walk into the store, even you get lost. I mean, kids getting lost is different, even you get lost. And then there were, of course, sketches and stuff like that is a given, right? And roller coasters, roller blades, I was talking about this. There were lots of roller blades. Um, and games like Taboo, Scrabble, and Cluedo, these kind of games even adults play, so those kind of games are there too. And then I don't know, I think this is a sort of fan, you put it in the wind and it moves, I guess it's something like that. And then there's Peppa Pig, right? Lots of Play-Doh, and there's Peppa Pig. I was actually thinking, hey, Peppa Pig is so famous. I believe they were even commenting on Adele because she was supposed to do a tie-up with Peppa Pig. Apparently, there were some rumors. So I was thinking, hey, where is Peppa Pig, right? And then there it is. And Play-Doh, honestly, guys, I wanted to pick one Play-Doh myself. Really, and play with that dough for some time, but ultimately I didn't. We actually came for a movie, and the movie time started off, and then we had to move on. And then some pops. These are some balloon blowers, so you can fill these balloons using that. It just makes your stuff easy, I guess. Some self-sealing party balloons, right? And then there are the red Hamleys bags and the store mascot himself. And that's actually my cousin. He hit me with one of those Nerf guns. Yeah, that's that. And then there are Barbie dolls, that doll, this dolls, lots of dolls. Okay. And then Frozen, Elsa, Unicorn, stuff like that. And then there are tea sets for little girls, and kitchen sets, even with briefcase. Apparently some hairdos, some telephones. And trust me guys, I tried to use this telephone, it didn't work. Or maybe it's a card reader, it didn't work either. Alright, so yeah, bad joke, never mind. And then there is a whole kitchen set, this whole dinner set. These were pretty great collection, I would say. Some trolleys, some stuff, some great stuff to keep your kids engaged. And then this is actually something I wanted to try. They said that this is instant snow. Apparently you can create snow and you can play with that, but I didn't get it at the end. So here's the Nerf gun again. Really interesting. I want to pick one myself, but I didn't. You can load the gun and then take a hit. Pretty interesting. The force, as you must have guessed, that's not too high. It's pretty alright, so it won't harm anybody, that's fine. So lots of toys, lots of stickers, lots of glitters, lots of sketches, lots of stuff guys, really lots and lots and lots of stuff. It's really interesting that people love slime today. Isn't it? It's really interesting that people love slime. Play-Doh, yes, sure, but slime too, yeah. Something called tumble monkeys. Junior Pictionary is there. I think I even saw Pictionary. Yeah, this is Pictionary. And Scrabble Junior. Everybody can play these, right? Yeah. And even board games for adults as well, like stuff like Cluedo. Of course, kids can play it too, but even adults can play these kind of games. So that was pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting that they have a huge collection. um, Toy stores earlier were just about, a little cricket, some balls, some board games like Ludo, Snake and Ladder, and chess, and a carom board, and maybe Hot Wheels and a couple of Beyblades. That was all. That was all what a toy store was. But right now, when you just walk into a toy store, something as huge as Hamleys is, I mean, you just blown. Your mind is just blown. There is like a huge collection, something that not only your kids will get lost in, something that you yourself will get lost in. And that was really, really interesting. And something called Magic. I didn't explore. In Peppa Pig, of course. There was quite a lot of Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig, Peppa Pig. Adele would probably sing it better. And something called Penguins on Ice. I don't know how these games are played, most of them, but definitely I'm just letting you know that, hey, these options are there. These games are in the store. Oh yeah, this Junior boomerang. This is a foam boomerang. It doesn't hurt anybody. I didn't try this out how it's actually gonna fly, but it's pretty harmless. It was made of foam, and it seemed like it's not going to harm anybody. And a toy store is, of course, incomplete without one thing. That's soft toys. And there are quite a big collection of soft toys. There were pandas, there were some animals, stuffed animals. I mean, I'm pretty sure one of those flamingos was looking at me. There were rhinos, there were elephants, there were pandas, there were lots of stuffed animals. And there were some. Oh yeah, this is a unicorn. Oh yes, unicorn. I could tell that with the eyelash. And of course, teddy bears. Soft toys are incomplete without teddy bears, right? And yeah, that's about that. Lots of soft toys, lots of toys. And then there was one pram too. Not sure if the pram is actually sold, but yeah, the pram is there. It had a tag. So they are still selling strollers as well. Stuff for mother and kids. Not just toys, stuff for kids to eat things from, like a sippy bottle, and even clothes for kids. Tiny clothes. Cute clothes. And if you're one of the plastic, no plastic saying people, then definitely there are some brass toys as well. I think they're pretty expensive, but they are there. And then there is game Fish Out. I played this game on my way out. I'll just show you that. And then of course there are games to help you build houses, to have fun in that. Honestly, there was one thing called building blocks. It was actually called building blocks, but whatever. Anti-Monopoly. I'm not sure how that's played. Again, by Fun School, not just Monopoly. It's Anti-Monopoly. Apparently, it's a real estate game. I'm not sure how that's played, but that seemed interesting. And lots of stuff, guys. Lots of stuff. You just get lost. And the store was so full. First of all, the store was so full, and then even inside, even when the aisles, because the aisles are not enough, there was stuff placed on the ground, like towers of cardboard games stacked one over the other. And then there were umbrellas, guys. I mean, those umbrellas are again branded Hamleys. I mean, again you're branding it Hamleys? That's like an advertisement, isn't it? So there was scented dove, there was slime. I wanted to pick some Play-Doh, but I did not. At the end of the day, I thought, fine, let it be. Some drawing boards, great stuff, great stuff, fantastic stuff. And of course, Jenga, there's Life, there's Twister. And interestingly, there was something called football game. Okay, not foosball, football. Okay, and how do you do a goal? Just like that. And then there was this fishing game. Okay, it keeps moving, and what you have to do is you have to take the fishing rod from your place, put it in the fish's mouth, and apparently some of the fish they're not working, but otherwise the fish are going to open the mouth and close it. And finally there is a box called Letter to Santa. I got excited. I thought I would send a letter to Santa Claus in the North Pole. Is it the North Pole? Yeah, it's the North Pole. But what that guy actually said is that this is their feedback box. Okay. So that's about it, guys. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day ahead. Peace.